I remember when I was a kid, when I was younger, I went to a friend's studio to work on my album, and he had the old version of this. This is a recreation of the new analog device that is created by SPL. I wanted to run this through Plugin Doctor first because a lot of this processing is EQ. It does add some harmonic saturation, but mostly it's an EQ, has some compression here for the lows. So if I boost the process right here, you will see that going soft or going hard gets kind of a different curve. I'm guessing some of the processing in the background is also different. We have a bass compressor, and you can change the tune of what's happening to the mid and the high frequencies with this processing. So it does boost that as well. And we also have the processing for the high, for the EQ. So if we had no process here, you can see that right there, there is like a, kind of like a Pultec style shelf and a bell reduction. And you can change the frequency of where that happens. Alongside that, we have the stereo expander. We have some saturation, of course. And in this new one, we can use this switch right here to have the soft and the tight bass happen at the same time. So both of these processes to happen at the same time. I would have to push the process up to see this one. But that's as far as it goes in the plugin. Of course, standard TMT stuff from Brainworx and the Headroom, Monomaker. So when pushing the drive in there, you do change the curve a tiny bit, but you do get harmonics. So if I check the harmonic analysis, you will see that at 0, there's not so many of them. But here we do add, and you can see those harmonics appearing right there. This was just Plugin Doctor, so let's see what this actually sounds like on a live example. So I'm gonna place this on the whole song and let's hear everything going through it. So no process for now, none of this lows. Let's start with just some of the drive. As far as I can see, this is compensated. So this is basically so you could push the signal into its operating nominal level that you need. So let's try somewhere where the song is richer with all the drums and the beats. Never says that it's over. So what if I try to push into it? I'll just use a utility plugin before this plugin. So for me to get any overs, I really need to push it into this plugin. I don't see how that's supposed to work. Let me try this. The only way to get this over lit up, I really need to push hard. That's additional 7 dBs into the plugin. I'm just gonna disable that and let's see what it sounds like on its own. So that's just the drive. Let's get some processing here. Maybe some bass compression. Well, I get it, but it's quite specific. I'm guessing that something like this on a master like this, doesn't really strike it for me because it's changing the balance of everything in the mix quite a lot. Maybe it would fit for something, but for this not. So in order for me to hear some of this, bass EQ processing and the bass compression and, I have to apply some of this process, and then the mid-high tune EQ affects the balance of my song a lot. Yeah, that's a lot. I guess you have to push more, but at this processing amount, I guess it's okay. So let's try with some stereo spread. Too much, definitely too much, okay. It's compressing the bass, has a lot of these EQ curves, the stereo enhancement, and I get it. It's quite a unique equalizer, so to speak. Has its own curves, but it's quite specific. I'm not sure that this is the best solution for mastering. Maybe it is for some people. I don't see me having an actual situation where this is the best solution I can think of. I understand this Pultec kind of curve, yeah, does work, so let's try that. Don't have to push so much, but yeah, let's bypass that. When mild like this, I completely see it making onto a full record. Mild like this, and if the record really needed, I mean mild, this is not that mild in my opinion, but if there was a problem this could solve, completely yes. I just don't see how this is the best solution of all. I feel like I would have to throw this on a master and just experiment like, do these curves actually work? Does this EQ curve that it's imparting actually work or not? And also they do mention, and I can display some of the F here, but they do mention some unmasking going on so that the louder sounds are delayed in time, somehow like temporarily offsetting sound so that the masking goes away. I don't see me using that for my music, at least. I don't see me using that because my music is never recorded. I've done electronic music all my life, and any kind of problem of that sort would be resolved by me on the tracks. A plugin like this, I understand maybe for some uses, but I completely cannot see me needing this for anything. Now, in the previous video I made, somebody mentioned in the comments, yeah, you have to try out the hardware, it's completely different, and it does really, give that sparkle. If the curves, and I guess that the curves of the EQ are quite similar to what this is, if the curves are anything like this, also I can't see this being like the best solution or the best thing you're gonna reach for. This is quite specific in what it does. I don't see me using this for mastering, but let's try this out on a single channel just to see what this sounds like. Let's say on the drums. If it was just for like bass compression, if that was something, really simple right there, I get it. Some harmonic enhancement, some stereo expansion, even this Pultec kind of EQ, I get it. I guess that this one is also kind of similar. So it boosts some frequencies and, dips some others, so attenuates some other frequencies. But honestly, it's so specific in what it does. I don't know. It's like having an EQ that's like set to some specific frequency, and then if that one works, it works. If it doesn't, I don't know. Not something that I see myself using and liking at all. Maybe hardware is so much different. I'm gonna keep track of that. User in the previous deleted video told me that he was gonna make a video showing and demonstrating the differences between the software and the hardware, but in my opinion, I don't see me using this. Even on single channels, like I get has stereo expander, but there is others that do this. So maybe, as I said, I'm missing the point. In my opinion, for my usage, meh. Even as a magic box, and it's not supposed to be a magic box that you like just put on something and it sprinkles a tiny bit of whatever magic dust on it. I don't see this being and having that kind of usage. So maybe I'm out of my depth. If you think so, let me know in the comments, as users did in the previous video that I deleted. Sorry, I had to. There were some audio issues in it. I just wanted to recorrect that. And just as well, if you hit my stupid glasses, say something in the comments. If you like the video, give it a like. If you're not subscribed to the channel, do subscribe. It would help the channel immensely. And if you don't know what I'm talking about half the time, a course that is completely free is somewhere in the description, and it's completely free thanks to 11.org. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.